All right, we are back here for some more NAMAR Mountain Dew Code Red Series action. Darlington, I don't know why we said we're back. That's a bad introduction line. We are here at Darlington Raceway for the first stop in round 3 of the NAMAR Mountain Dew Code Red Series playoffs. This round consists of this track and 3 tracks in the state of Florida before we head to Texas for the final 5 race where our champion will be crowned. So this round, you cannot have a bad race because points are going to matter so much. 5 more drivers get eliminated. Up to 4 drivers can get into the final 5 on a win. At least one driver will get in on points. So points are going to be huge if you don't win a race. Let's get to your starting lineup. On the front row is 10-time heat winner Hunter Braxton. Next to Sky Commons. Row 2 is eliminated from round of 15 Eli Bright with Jesse Turner. Row 3, Casey Nanako with Andrew Rich, returning with the pink scheme. Row 4, Brian Tremblay with a good qualifying effort. He's next to Cole Deaver, your winner from Charlotte. And in row 5, Ryan Brommer with round 1 eliminee, Bobo Jones. As we get ready for 19 laps of action, here's the command for Heat 1.
Y'all come say it with me. Drivers, start your engine!
So officially, just to give a recap, your round 1 eliminees were James Ellison, RJ Bishop, Nico Tringali, Bobo Jones, and Marty Johnson. Getting eliminated from round 2 was Jonathan Zorlin, Eli Bright, Audra Baranowskis, Enzo Nareza, and Samet Oskin. So 10 drivers remain, 4 from Junior Motorsports, 2 from Richard Childress Racing, 2 from JD Motorsports, so 8 Chevys in total. The lone Ford of Johnny Gardner from Stuart Haas with Biaggi, and the lone Toyota from Joe Gibbs Racing of Sky Commons. So like most of the season, the odds are in the favor of Chevrolet. Some drivers electing to bring back their throwback cars since they've been eliminated from the playoffs. Audra Baranowskis is one of those. Dale Lightning is actually running his throwback because, as mentioned, they don't have a car with the red splitter banner or spoiler on it. Hunter Braxton leads teammate Eli Bright. Bright at this point just trying to get another win so he doesn't end the season with 1 victory. The Nako right behind in 3rd. He's been on a bit of a hot streak lately. He's looking for a win for his team, Team Penske. Samet Oskin likely looking for the same. There's only 5 races remain, and there's not a lot of, you don't have a lot of races left to win races. Darlington and Homestead are the last 2 intermediates before Texas, which is the finale. So all the intermediate wins you can get, the more the better, or the merrier, I should say. As if you go back to when we came back from the international tour, we had not run a lot of intermediate races. In fact, we ran, let's see, Atlanta, Rockingham, Nashville, Pocono, Dover, Trenton, and Rio. We ran a total of 7 intermediate tracks in the first half of the schedule, and now in this last half we've run at Auto Club, Vegas, ISM, Denver, Kansas, Chicagoland, Gateway, Michigan, Springfield technically counts too, Indianapolis, Charlotte. We've run 11 races in the second half, and we've got 2 more. And I don't know if there are any drivers with multiple wins on intermediate tracks. Let's see. Does Andrew Rich have any wins at intermediates? He does it twice. Okay, so Rich has won twice on intermediates. Once at ISM, and then at Springfield. Those are 1 mile tracks, but they kind of count. Seth Cole got the win at Kansas. Brommer won at Chicagoland. Commons at Indy. Dale Lightning won at Michigan and Auto Club and Pocono. So Lightning, I think, has the most out of anyone in the playoffs. Braxton won twice. Rockingham and Vegas. I think that's it. Tringali eliminated. Baranowskis eliminated. Okay, Brommer, I think, has 2. So Brommer and Lightning. Brommer, Lightning, and Braxton, I guess, are kind of the intermediate favorites from a certain point of view. Anyway, back to the action. Top 4 remain the same. Braxton, Bright, Nanako, Commons, Rich in 5th, Brommer 6th, Sorlin 7th, Tremblay holding on in 8th, Fitzwater 9th, and Jesse Turner is 10th. Your current bottom 4 are Marty Johnson, Slade Jagger, Baco Magora, and Bobo Jones. So 2 of the round 1 eliminees at the bottom of the field, and I guess just struggling to make passes here. The fall off is just kind of starting. It's only at about 2/10. Johnson with a move on Benjamin Ice will put him into the top 20. It's right now the lowest playoff driver here in Heat 1. It's down to a 6-4 split. 4 drivers from Heat 1 and 6 from Heat 2. The lowest playoff contender is Brommer right now in 6. You've got Brommer, Rich, Commons, and Braxton in Heat 1 still in the playoffs. And the rest are from Heat 2. Matthew Logan, Dale Lightning, Dylan Young, Seth Cole, Edwin Mendez, and Johnny Gardner. So Johnson up to 20th. Bobo Jones getting by Magora for 23rd. And Jones has been one of the better eliminated drivers. He sits 12th in the points. Let's see, how many behind Bright is he coming in? 6 points behind Eli Bright. Remember, there is the race for, what's it called? 6th in points. There is a race for that, for those that get eliminated. So, you know, Bright, Jones, Ellison, Tringali, Baranowskis, they're all kind of close enough together to where they worry about points. It's not really much of a thing. It's just, you know, you want to be top 10 in points to finish the season on the playoff format. There will be a point standings reveal once the season has concluded, showing who the overall season champion is. There's technically 3 trophies. You have regular season trophy, the grand season trophy for winning the playoff format, and then the owner's championship, which will be shown by who accumulated the most points over the course of the season. Jones up to 22nd, so 2 more positions. Eli Bright has taken the lead. And yes, indeed, so Jagger, Magora, Iso, 1 more spot for Bobo Jones. Now, I'm not sure if these drivers are going to be pitting here in this heat race, but I would think the later you pit, the better. Let's see what Bobo's lap time is this time by. It's a 29.475. Cage ran a 3.85. So Falloff has reached a second. I'm getting buzzed. Oh, it's just baseball talk from ESPN. So Marty Johnson now in 19th place, so he's got a bit of a buffer. He can't let Cage get to him, though, because if he does, Jones is coming in close, or coming in hot, I should say. And Johnson's going to make a move on Beckett for 18th. Does Cage get 19th from him here off of 2? Yes, he will. And that'll move Beckett down to 20th, and Jones will be right there in range to hop on it. Does he get to the line? Nope, they're going to pit. So Beckett's going to stay out a lap here. Jones will pit from a long line of drivers led down by Eli Bright. Turner, Otts, Wild, Rich, Nanako, and Brommer stay out as well. So a lot of drivers electing to pit at 4 to go. It looks like everyone else is going to come down at 3 to go. And yes, that is the case. Commons just getting into a stall. It's fuel only for everyone. And Eli Bright will be the first one out, followed by Commons. Tremblay with a pretty good stop, I mean. Braxton not going to lose a lot. Let's see where Bobo Jones comes out in all of this. Oh, he did not come out very well. Jones comes out behind Magora and Ice, and those could be drivers he needs to pass. Sakuli, I think, is in the theoretical 20th place right now. You see, Brahmer is already done. There goes Brahmer, Nanako, Rich, Wild, Otts. There's Eli Bright, Turner, and Beckett. Let's see, does Ryan Brahmer come out in front of Eli Bright? And that answer is no. Bright will still take back the lead. Excuse me. And now a real question here. Does anyone wreck coming back on the track? It's a pretty big... It's tight to get back on this racetrack. So Beckett actually passes Johnson back. So Bobo Jones in 23rd place. Oh man, it looks like he's going to miss out on Darlington. 2 laps to go. We'll have to wait and see. Now, can Ryan Brahmer track down Eli Bright here at the end of things? Bright is looking for his second heat race victory of the season. Brahmer would be looking for his 6th. Fastest lap on the night, by the way, went to Zorlin, at least for Heat 1. We've got a long night of racing. It's clear 52 degrees, I believe, tonight here in Heat 1. White flag taken, and Brahmer slower than the 88. So Eli Bright, for the second time this season, I believe will get the start on the front row. The first time he did it was all the way back at Memphis, where he started second outside of Samet Oskin. So rounding turn 4, Eli Bright will pick up his second heat win of the season. Possibly bittersweet considering he's no longer in the playoffs. But a chance to prove he can win in junior motorsports equipment nonetheless. And that will wrap it up here in heat number 1. Officially missing the race will be Baco Magora. Bobo Jones only 2/10 behind Benjamin Ice. Something happened to Marty Johnson. He fell at the end. He's going to miss out. And Slay Jagger. So Jones and Johnson, 2 former playoff contenders, will miss the race. Johnson comes in 19 points behind Bishop for 19th in the standings. So that's going to hit for Bishop, for Johnson. And then Jones came in 12th in points, so Jones' quest for 6th in the standings might be over. Anyways, Eli Bright got his second heat win of the season. He'll get the start on the front row with whoever wins heat 2. And I will see you guys for that in a few seconds. Man, oh man, the weather has warmed up here at Darlington. Cloudy, 64 degrees. We'll see how this affects the fuel usage for the Heat 2 drivers. We saw everyone in Heat 1. They pit as late as 3 to go, coming to 3 to go. So they pit coming to 4 or 3 to go in Heat number 1. I'm predicting 5 to 4 to go in this one. Anyway, let's get to your starting lineup. Dale Lightning, who has got the most intermediate wins on the season of our remaining playoff drivers at 3 apiece. We'll start on the front row with Seth Cole. Row 2 is James Ellison and Matthew Logan. Row 3, Nico Tringali, Enzo Nareza. Row 4, Edwin Mendez and RJ Bishop. And in row 5, of course, the surprise qualifier here in the heat race, Daniel Voiles, next to Audra Baranauskas. So the big story is the eliminated drivers here in heat number 2. Those drivers being Enzo Nareza, Audra Baranauskas, and Samet Oskin. So 3 drivers from heat number 2 eliminated from the playoffs. And now, like Eli Bright, who won Heat 1, they're here to win races. And there's only 5 races left, so time is running out.
Drivers, start your engine!
So we're getting ready for Heat 2 action here at Darlington Raceway. Reminder, getting into this race could be big because the next race is Daytona. You get a bit of a breather going to Homestead, and then you're right back on the edge once you go to Pensacola. Green flag is out here at Darlington for Heat number 2. Voiles not with the best of starts, so we'll watch them go down the back straightaway. Dylan Young, Johnny Gardner starting near the back of the field. In this heat race, lucky for them, they are still in the playoffs. So we'll have to see if they have to get in on a provisional or not. Reminder, Seth Cole has done that twice already. And you can only imagine if there were not provisionals for playoff drivers, would Seth Cole be in the round of 10? Hunter Braxton, of course, has made every race inside the top 20 this season. But he and Seth Cole are the only ones who have made every race this year. And unless one of them is eliminated here in the round of 10 and fails to make the finale, then they will make every race. Lightning leading, Ellison close on his tail in second, Tringali in third, Mendez fourth, Logan fifth, Bishop, Voiles, Branoskis, Oskin, Fernandez. That is the top 10. As we come into this race here today, let's just take a quick look at the standings and tell you who has missed only one event. Andrew Rich, Nico Tringali, Jonathan Zorlin, Enzo Nareza, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., and Alan Cavanero. They are the 6 who have missed only one event. And then the following drivers who have missed 2 races include Ryan Brommer, Dylan Young, Edwin Mendez, Eli Bright, Bobo Jones, James Ellison, Samet Oskin, and that's it. So 6 drivers have missed one event, 7 have missed 2. And then the list only goes down from there. Lightning continuing the lead, Ellison still on his tail. Ellison, an eliminated driver, running the throwback car for these 2 races, Darlington and Daytona. Lightning, a playoff driver, running it for 2 races. They were going to run their patriotic car, but they decided, hey, we might as well run that for Homestead and Pensacola. Ellison likely to be in the Phantom Fireworks car. Both of those races going to be night races. Tringali in a normal scheme, well, original scheme from early in the season that was being run a lot. Logan in 4th, trying to close down on the top 3, and that is what he's not doing. He actually lost a 10th there. Mendez running pretty well. Voiles still in 7th. Fernandez still in 10th. Your current bottom 4 are Riggs, Rowe, Hudson, and Catano. As we go to the back of the field, Dylan Young running in 18th, Gardner in 19th. There's Chris Wheeler, last man in the field right now. Next time by will be 10 to go in Heat 2. And now if you look at the starts, Beckett and Wheeler are still the two drivers with the least amount of starts on the season. But there are two names who have recently been missing a ton of races that are right down there with them. Baco Magor, 22 starts on the season, and Slade Jagger at 23. Reminder, Beckett with 20. Wheeler with 18. Beckett will make his 21st start here at Darlington. He made it in through Heat 1. Meanwhile, Jagger and Magora missed out again. So Wheeler trying to get into his 19th race, but he's got a bumper full of Catano. Just above those four drivers in the standings are Catano himself, Rowe, and Anderson all at 27 starts, and Donovan Cage at 25. So those are the only 8 drivers under 30 starts on the season. The only driver with barely 30 starts, well, with 30 starts I should say, I don't know what kind of lingo I'm trying to use here, but Cole Baker with 30 starts on the season. But he's ahead of teammate Jackson King, who's made 32 races this year. Mostly due to the fact that King's got no top 10s and Baker has 3. As Samet Oskin is dropping down the running order all the way from, where did he come from? He came from 8th place and plummeted to 21st. You get stuck on the top line in 1 and 2, you lose a ton of positions. That moves Catano into the top 20, gives Wheeler a little breathing room. And Samet Oskin, who was eliminated from the playoffs after the round, oh, he's got hood damage. After the round of 15, could be on his way out here at Darlington of missing this race. And it would be Oskin's 3rd race missed on the season. Not sure where he got that hood damage from. I don't know if they're going to opt to repair any of that during pit stops. And Lightning will lead everyone but Baker, Gardner, Catano, Rowe, and Riggs down the pit road. And they're coming down here at, I believe, 5 to go, yes. So as predicted, first group pits 1 lap earlier than they did in Heat 1. And likely the second group coming to pit road here at 4 to go. And they were deep in the field, so this should help them out a little bit. And Lightning's actually going to take tires. This group is taking right side tires. And that's all she wrote. Right sides only for that group. Let's see what this group does. If they take fuel only, it might give them a pretty good initial advantage. We saw back at Charlotte, a lot of teams took 4 tires, and then 2 teams took 2. No, Baker's taking right sides. I don't think Alexander Rowe did. I think the 52 took fuel only. So the 52 takes fuel only. They are 3 wide coming down pit road here. Catano, Gardner, and Voiles. But everyone took right side tires except I think the 52. As mentioned, Oskin went to fix the damage, and they are really down the order. 22 gonna miss out. Looks like Young might be in a provisional location here. Chris Wheeler has gone down the order. Yep, so Riggs, right now Riggs is out. Three laps to go. Lightning leads with Tringali on his bumper. Alexander Rowe taking fuel only moved him up to 7th. And, you know, they did jack up a little bit because there were a ton of cars down pit road. Battle is on, though, for this heat win between Lightning and Tringali. All Tringali has to do is pass them through 1 and 2. Lightning's looking for heat win 7. Tringali looking for heat win number 4. Tringali hasn't won a heat race since Auto Club. Meanwhile, Lightning has not won a heat race since Pukaka. So, both drivers wanting to start on the front row. Tringali looking to make it what would be a non-playoff front row, which would, I believe, be the first completely non-playoff front row all playoffs, and yeah, it would be. But here on the white flag lap, jeez, here on the white flag lap, Tringali not with enough momentum, and Lightning gets his 7th heat win of the season. That will officially tie him up with teammate Andrew Rich for 3rd overall. And we'll see who gets the front row. And oh, hey, 6th time, for the 6th time this season, and the 4th time for Junior Motorsports, it's a Junior Motorsports front row teammate sweep. Young will have to get in on a provisional. And correction, something happened to Voiles. So officially missing Darlington will be Jackson King, Chris Wheeler, Samet Oskin, and Daniel Voiles. So those 4 miss out on Darlington, and I will see you guys for the main event. 74 laps of action here around this historic racetrack.